Representational image. Research published in the Lancet Public Health Journal says that travel restrictions can be an effective way to control the spread of the novel COVID-19. The findings indicate that international travel restrictions were most effective at limiting local transmission of the virus during earlier stages of the pandemic because imported cases led to outbreaks in countries with very few, or no, existing cases. Also read, Meghalaya opens for tourists after COVID restrictions. Here's date, SOPs and all you need to know. The new study also suggests that travel restrictions can be effective in countries close to a tipping point for exponential growth but not in those where it is already spreading rapidly. Also read, COVID-19 fear delaying cancer care in India. Over 40% patients reporting advanced stages of cancer. We recognize that these measures carry a high economic and social cost. So it's important that governments use travel restrictions in a targeted way, said Mark Jeet from the London SCO. The authors used detailed flight data to compare the number of expected COVID-19 cases arriving from international flights, assuming no travel restrictions, with the number of infections arising from transmission within individual countries. One scenario used flight data for the same months in 2019, assuming no reduction in travel numbers, and the other scenario was based on the expected reduction in passenger numbers. The numbers of COVID-19 cases and infection rates were estimated using a mathematical model that adjusts recorded cases to take account of asymptomatic and unreported infections. Had there been no travel restrictions or reduction in travel volumes in May 2020, the imported COVID-19 cases would account for more than 10% of infections in the majority of countries, 102-136 countries included in the analysis. By September 2020, had there been no travel restrictions or reduction in travel volumes, countries must first consider local infection figures and epidemic growth rates, as well as the volume of travelers arriving from countries heavily affected by COVID-19, with inputs from Ian's. For breaking news and live news updates, like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Read more on latest articles. News on India.com. Topics: COVID-19 travel restrictions. Published date: December 10, 2020, 11:16 a.m. IST. Please support us to grow my channel by subscribing and pressing the bell icon for future interesting lifestyle videos.